something I want to talk about, get it off my chest. I don't know why, but I want to talk about it. Let's go for a walk. Where to begin? I want to talk about mostly our son, but not just about him, but other kids his age, and just other kids in the world. I don't know what's happening to kids these days, but I will say we're very fortunate. I'm not trying to toot our own horn, but I will say we've got a great kid. He just turned 13. He's in 8th grade. He's an AB honor roll student. We get 0 calls from the school. We get 0 negative complaints from neighbors. We get 0 negative texts from other parents. And we do believe that it takes, what's the old saying? It takes what is that? It takes a village to raise a kid properly. Now, there are other kids out there whose parents have coddled them, let them just express themselves. Whenever they get mad, they just allow them to throw a fit, scream, cry, and won't make them try other foods, constantly feeding them whatever they want. My son has a friend who the only thing he'll eat is mac and cheese and chicken nuggets or chicken tenders. They don't make him try anything else at all. Our son pretty much will eat anything. He's not crazy about onions, but then again, neither am I. So, well, he eats sushi, steak, I mean, you name it. I mean, he likes it all. We don't force him to eat anything. We always tell him that, we've always told him that at least try it. But parents these days, they're just letting their kids run wild. They're not teaching them anything. They're teaching them that they get whatever they want, when they want it, and they're never told no. Our son, from the time he was born, he learned that tantrums and tirades because he didn't get what he wanted in a store or a piece of candy or something, he learned very quickly that throwing a tantrum is not going to get him anything, and it was not tolerated. And we've never had a problem. I think he threw a tantrum once over a marshmallow at the house, and he he learned very quickly that when we say no, no means no. And they'll get over it. Also, he has a tight group of friends that we like, but this tight group of friends, we know them, and we know at least one of their parents. And I'm still recording here. We are involved. We try to stay involved with who he hangs out with, where he's going. There are kids out there that parents just let them run wild. Now, here's the thing. When I was growing up, as a Gen Xer, I was growing up, and there weren't cameras anywhere. And I mean nowhere. Maybe a bank had a camera, and it probably weighed 50 pounds, and there was no denying there was a camera on the bank. So we got away with a lot. growing up. Technically, truth be told, I probably shouldn't still be alive with some of the stuff I've done, me and my buddies got into. But nowadays, it's not the case. There are cameras everywhere. I mean, I'm living proof right now, really. I'm out in the woods with a camera rolling. So, but I'm sure one of these houses back here, I'm sure they have a camera somewhere that maybe picked me up walking by behind their house. It's really the only quiet place I can get. But yeah, he has a tight group of kids that he hangs out with, and he spends at least half of his time outside. We do not allow him to sit and game all day long, all night long, just because we're lazy parents and want to avoid parenting. That's not it at all. Half of my life, if not most of my life, was spent outdoors. And served me well, I think. I've learned a lot. My mom knew where I was, or anybody knew where we were, by the pile of bicycles at our buddy's house. But, hang on, I forget where I was going with that. We treat friendship like a privilege, not a right. If there's ever sleepovers, we know we at least have met one of the parents and or have been inside their house. Or the sleepovers will happen over at our house. But those days are slowly coming to an end at his age, after 13, that I don't think kids have many sleepovers as they used to. Let's see, schoolwork. We monitor his schoolwork, especially nowadays. We monitor his schoolwork like a hawk. We're not a helicopter parent, but we're not a crutch. We'll help him with his schoolwork, but we expect him to do it. And we also encourage, if he has any questions, I'm glad to help with I'm glad to help him understand his homework. And some of the stuff that he brings home, I kind of question. I have to rack my brain again. Like, oh God, am I going to be able to help him with this? But it works out. And all their schoolwork is done on computer now. These Chromebooks. That's so foreign to me. But we also there's apps. We have what's called the Power School app, and it notifies if any of his grades drop or make a change at all. I get a notification on my phone. My wife's phone lights up. It's pretty amazing. I'm glad that didn't exist back in my day. I come from the era of where you could actually forge your report card. So had a few friends in my life who had really good penmanship, but story for another day. Also, screens have rules, basically. VR headset, Nintendo Switch, Xbox, all that stuff. We know who he's playing games with because we ask, and he's honest with us. Because he has learned that if he's not honest with us, the consequences of doing wrong are even worse if he doesn't tell us the truth. So we have a little honest Abe, and that's great. But if we come to find out there's a 30-something in the chat room, that's gone. And let me tell you something about GTA, Grand Theft Auto. That's a big no-no. And he asked to download that maybe a year or two ago. He's like, "Can I get GTA? This is cool." At the time, I was like, "What's GTA?" I was like, "Oh, Grand Theft Auto? Oh, hell no." And but why? And I continue to explain, there is nothing in that game. And I had to prove it to him. I said, "Okay, download it. Download it on your Xbox. And I'll show you." And another part of it was, I wanted to see if it had changed at all, if it had gotten any PG or at all. But nevertheless, he downloaded it, brought it up, started a whole fresh game. And within the first 60 seconds, I'd say, of that game, there was already a dude, he's driving a dude in the car, pulled over, talking about picking up some hookers. Yeah, nah. I said, that's why. Foul language, every other word was foul language. And I'm like, there's nothing in that game remotely wholesome at all. And it gives good kids bad ideas. So, no, that's out. Grand Theft Auto's out. Now, he plays some other fictional shooting games and whatnot. Fortunately, he likes his VR. He likes the VR thing and virtual reality. He likes that pretty well. I think it's starting to grow old on him. But the Xbox, he doesn't really play it that much anymore. So I'm glad. And now he's wanting a four-wheeler. We took a trip. I'll probably put a video up of the trip we took to Tennessee for his 13th birthday, and took him out on a UTV. Oh, it was a great time. And now he's hooked on four-wheelers and UTVs, side-by-sides, and that's my alley. That's right up my alley. And but so that's what he wants now. For Christmas, all he's wanting, only thing he can think about is a dirt bike. Wants a dirt bike. That's see if old Santa Claus can squeeze that one out of his bank account. But let's see, what else? Hang on, let me check my notes right fast. Oh yeah. Fresh air and physical exhaustion equals way less attitude and better sleep. So fortunately, he likes to go outside. He likes to play his soccer. He's a great soccer player. Loves to play soccer. Loves fishing. Bought him a real nice rod and reel setup for his 13th birthday too. Him and I go fishing. You don't have to ask me twice to go fishing. We go fishing probably at least once a week around the neighborhood. We'll hop on the golf cart and go around, hit all the little local ponds, shoo away any gators that are there. There's always a gator. It's the joy of living in the South. But anyways, back to what I was saying. We got a great kid. And I definitely can't take probably even half the credit. My wife, she's amazing. She's an amazing mother. She comes from a great family. She's done really well. She doesn't take any shit from him. She's fair and impartial. We had kind of agreed on that when we were starting this family up. What's our thoughts on discipline and all that? And you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Sorry for the sun. So yeah, we pretty much see eye to eye on how I want to raise a kid. I think we've done a really good job. Her parents, my family. I mean, like I said, it takes a village. We kind of joke, she is the judge and the jury, and I'm the executioner for the most part. And fortunately, we haven't had to, I've only actually put him over my knee one time to spank him, once in his life. And he was probably 6 years old when he was just testing the waters of being disrespectful and getting a little bit of a smart mouth. I couldn't even tell you what it was, and that's it. He, this whole, oh, my kid's got ADHD and all this problem now. Yes, I believe there are kids out there who have a clinical issue with the ADHD. But I'll be honest with you, 90% of them or more, it's called lack of discipline. parents are lazy, their parents are scared of them. The parents are scared of their kids. I don't understand it. One of my son's friends has this issue. He's actually a little on the spectrum, if you know what that means. He's a good kid. He's very smart. He's different. Has much different interests than my son, but they still get along. They've played together for years. But the parents, they can't get that kid to do anything. They don't make him do anything. He comes to our house. There's been times we've actually sent his parents videos. My wife had him vacuuming the stairs at our house, and he was loving it. We actually had him, he's one of those kids that wouldn't eat nothing but chicken nuggets and chocolate milk, and just would never try anything. Come to our house, kids eating macaroni and tomatoes, steak, sushi. But when he goes back home, all that, he knows he can get away with whatever he wants. So parents, do better. I'm not saying we have a saint of a kid, but I think we've done a pretty damn good job. And there's other kids, their parents, we see eye to eye. There's a handful, there's a very small handful. But get hold of your children. They are the future, and what they do is a direct reflection on you. If my son goes out into the world and causes trouble and is a little shit, that's my fault. I don't care what anybody says, that's my fault. That's mine and my wife's fault. If he were to go out and be a worthless citizen, we screwed up somewhere. So, anyways, that's my rant. I got to get back to the house. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you like this, if you want to hear more, please subscribe, like, all that, whatever. And please, I'm open for any conversation. Let's open up some dialogue. Let's hear some comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me how your kids are doing. Tell me what you're seeing out in the world. We live right next to elementary, middle, and high school. So we see the whole gamut of kids come through here. I'm actually standing on the golf cart trail right now, as you can see. And it is 2:22. School lets out around 2:45. And they'll be just zipping through here. Some of them are just wild as banshees, cussing. They walk right past the back of my house and I can hear them. Foul-mouthed little kids. It's ridiculous, and I'm glad that my son has enough sense to know to stay away from them. He's got a good group of kids. So, anyways, thanks for watching. I gotta get back to the house. This is 40 Grit Garage. Thank you for stopping by. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Let's get some dialogue started. All right? Thanks. I appreciate it. 40 Grit Garage. Sorry. Take. This is 40 Grit Garage. Now, thank you for stopping by.